SecurityBridge is a software company. We're solely focused on securing critical enterprise applications from SAP. We have created a holistic cybersecurity platform that helps enterprises all across the world to protect their mission-critical applications from cyber threats.
I co-founded SecurityBridge in 2012, which is quite a while ago already. And at that point in time, we were really only focusing on securing the transport deployment process of SAP. But by speaking to customers, it quickly became obvious to us that that is by far not the only attack vector. There is also, code. I've been a developer since many years, and we quickly learned that through the use of development tools, you could actually compromise an SAP system. So all of that experience altogether has inspired me to simplify security for SAP, so it becomes digestible by a much larger audience, and also reducing the complexity. Because what we see today in today's market is very difficult to find resources that are skilled to deal with security, and that's actually what we try to resolve, make it accessible to everyone within the SAP ecosystem.
Well, in all honesty, we are having quite an ambitious target, helping all customers around the world from all sizes, from small and medium-sized industries, SAP customers, up to the larger enterprises, to protect their enterprise critical applications and basically to protect the crown jewelry, the business data that they are processing within the SAP systems. I think the SAP industry was anticipated as very complex, and SecurityBridge is setting a new trend there, because we are all focused on simplifying things and we are explaining every security finding. We are very transparent and not providing a black box solution that just gives you a red light in any area without explaining what is the actual risk and what is the implication on your businesses. And that could be quite disruptive, because in the end, SecurityBridge is what all the customers of SAP need.
Probably the most speaking thing that really sets us apart is that we are what we call a platform solution. And we take a holistic view to security. We not only look at threat hunting or threat detection or hardening of your system, patching of your system, securing your code base. It's really all of these different elements. If you combine them all together, this is what really enables a customer to run a secure SAP environment. And we provide all the means to make this easily accessible to a large audience. First and foremost, it is fast changing. The attack surface for SAP continuously changes. Every single day, SAP introduces new services, new products, new technology stacks, and we as a vendor, we need to keep up to date. How do we do so? We run an SAP research lab. So we got resources working dedicated to identifying new vulnerabilities, but probably even more important is we run one of the largest SAP development teams specialized in security. So whenever we identify there is a new vulnerability or a new attack pattern, developers will also try to validate how we quickly close off this vulnerability by introducing additional monitoring rules, but most and foremost, simplifying the way to detect vulnerabilities and to focus on allowing customers to remediate very quickly. I think key problems that we see in the industry, there's a lack of resources. So especially if you're into SAP and you're into security, there is a high demand. Every single organization across the planet, they run very similar software. They may be operational in very different businesses, but they do have the same technology platform that they run on. So there is a scarcity in resources, and what SecurityBridge does is we take away the complexity. So we install software that allows you to monitor a very large SAP estate with very little overheads. So you get very powerful tools to quickly monitor and harden an SAP landscape. So I think the biggest thing that we do is we take away this human element of, it's not scalable, And the second thing that we do is we take away the complexity, because a customer does not need to know what should I be looking for when I start monitoring my SAP system. That has been our bread and butter since many years. So we simplify what you should harden and what you should be looking for.